Alright, I am going to do a video next on the goddesses, the group of Mesopotamian goddesses called the Shassuratu. Just got done with a video on the Hurrian goddesses, Hutina and Hutilura, and Shassuratu were a group of Mesopotamian goddesses, regarded as the assistants of the goddess Ninmah. Their name can be translated as midwives, and they were considered to be tutelary goddesses of pregnant women. They appear in the myth Enki and Ninmah, where they receive individual names, as well as in a late version of the text Atrahasis. Um, so the name of the Shassuratu is an Akkadian derivative of the Sumerian word Shashuru, which can be translated as womb or midwife. It is grammatically plural. As a theonym, it referred to a group of 7 goddesses who functioned as the tutelary deities of protective women and birth. As such, they were regarded as helpers of the goddess Ninmah. Most likely, they were believed to assist her during the birth of every human child. They can be characterized as mother goddesses, a term commonly employed to refer to deities who took part in creation of mankind and of other gods. The term birth goddess might be more preferable in Assyriology. Let's see here. In texts from Ugarit, the Shassuratu corresponds to the local goddesses Katharat and the Hurrian goddesses Hutina and Hutilura, who I just did a video on, groups of goddesses of similar character. The equivalence between the first 2 groups is also known from texts from Mari, where they appear side by side in offering lists. It is possible that both the Shassuratu and Katharat served as models for the goddesses Hutina and Hutilura. The term Shassuratu is in some cases used to refer to a single deity. That's interesting. It could be treated as an alternate name of the goddess Nintur, Mistress Birth Hut, who was initially a fully distinct goddess, as attested in the Kesh Temple hymn. However, it's noted that the term is never directly equated with the name Ninmah, and therefore it cannot be assumed that the logogram nin.ma was ever used interchangeably with the name Shassuratu. Shassuratu is the pronunciation of that name, not Shassuratu. Apologies there. It's Shassuratu. Okay. For example, in Ugarit, where both appear in syllabic versions of offering lists and most likely represent different Ugaritic deities. The goddess Shassura, whose name is etymologically related and who is treated alongside the Shassuratu in reference works such as, I cannot say that text name, was associated with the city of not Uruk, but Iraq. Urrak. She is attested in a text known as the Archive of Mystic Heptads, where she appears in an enumeration of birth goddesses from various cities, alongside Aruru, Nintur, Ninmah, Ninhursag, Ninmena, and Erua, a manifestation of the goddess Sarpanitu. That's the god Marduk's consort. The purpose of this list was most likely to claim the position of the other goddesses for Sarpanitu, who is subsequently described as the mistress of the entire heptad. Now, what was this text again here? Let's see here. Let's see about that. Oh, the Archive of Mystic Heptads. I'll have to look that up there. The Shassuratu appear as assistants of Ninmah in the myth Enki and Ninmah. In this text, their names are given as Ninimah, Suziana, Ninmada, Ninshar, Ninmug, Mamadu, and Ninigina. Wilfred Lambert established that these 7 goddesses do not occur as a group anywhere else, and that at least 6 of them are attested in other sources. Ninimah was a goddess associated with writing, regarded as similar to Nisaba. Oh, okay. Well, I know the goddess Nisaba fairly well. Ninimah, I don't know very well yet. Shuziana was associated with midwifery, also in other texts, and she appears alongside Ninimah in other contexts. Okay. I like how this goes over all the different goddesses that are mentioned as the Shassuratu. That's pretty cool. Ninmada, when treated as a goddess, was a divine snake charmer. Seemingly 2 deities, one male and one female, shared this name, though it is possible that they had similar origin or that they were at least partially conflated. Oh, okay. Ninshar was a divine butcher and housekeeper. Ninmug was associated with artisanship, especially metalworking. Oh, wow. She was also invoked during the preparation for divine statues. Her role as a birth goddess was most likely directly linked to her other functions, as the same Sumerian terms were used to refer to the fashioning of statues and to the birth of children. Mamadu, according to Lambert, most likely should be considered a form of the goddess Mamu, the goddess of dreams, who was a daughter of the sun god Shamash. Ninigina is otherwise unknown. Oh, really? I'll have to look into that and see if she really is just completely unknown. Like, would she be in any other text at all? A late Neo-Assyrian version of the text Atrahasis, that's an epic, right? Yeah, it's an old Akkadian epic text, okay? From the 18th century BC, right? Also mentions the Shassuratu, though in this case, 2 groups numbering 7 unnamed goddesses each appear. One tasked with creating men, and the other women. Oh, okay. Martin Stoll presumes a connection existed between this group and the 14 children of Dingirma, it's the mother goddess, known from god lists. There's also a variant of 16 children. Wow. Though he notes there is no clear indication that all of them were goddesses. Huh. Well, that ends our video on the Shassuratu. They're usually known as like assistant goddesses to the mother goddess Ninmah, or the birth goddess Ninmah, and their equivalents in other. Their equivalents would be like the Ugaritic Kotharat and the Hurrian goddesses Hutina and Hutalura. And I believe they were also mentioned in the Syrian city of Mari as well, even though this doesn't say that, but I read that when I was doing Hutina and Hutalura, so I believe they were mentioned there as well. And maybe in other places as well in Syria, like other Amorite cities. But yeah, that ends our video on the Shassuratu goddesses. Very interesting there. Let me know your thoughts. Any other thoughts and comments below related to them? Anything you would like to add? And I will be back with more deity description videos and other related stuff shortly.